about that there now. I'm starting again with I'm not starting again, but just going back to I started the video again because Maisie's dug a hole outside the studio door, the pain in the arse, and I had to put her into the kitchen because if she goes up on the new couch with the soil in her paws, there'll be all hell to pay. Now, as I'm looking there at the turban, again, it's kind of handy to go away and come back. I'm going to clean out this palette, finally. And as I look at the turban there, I kind of feel like it would be helpful to have something here, some kind of a sweep going up there, nice and clean. I don't know what that colour is. I think this might be Prussian blue. I just feel like that might be the edge I need for this. Darken it down there. And then kind of, oh yeah, so there's a bit under here that's darker too. I think there's something kind of nice about pushing and lifting so that the broken, so what I did there was a move like this, there's paint on the brush, it's quite damp, and then just pushing it up in the direction of the wrinkles and letting the sunlight hit it kind of, do you get what I mean? It gives it a kind of a sunny feel. I'm wondering, I suppose that's the kind of a move you could possibly try in the beard too, if there was shadows in it. I just want to fill this in. See, describing the wrinkles in the turban will describe the cross section of the head for you. But I don't want that part of the turban that I've just done being as bright in colour as that out there. So I'm mixing some Viridian Green with some alizarin crimson. Pull it back there so the shadow's there. And I'll just some sort of indication of colour in there. I could go up a bit higher really. But the main thing there was that I didn't want it to read as being the same value as the white sitting just beside it. And then there's another little bend and it goes down further there too, I think. And it's only when a drop stops that you know whether it's going to be helpful or not. I didn't think a drop there would be helpful because I wanted to feel like it's curving away from us and anything too bright there would stop that sensation. Okay, so I'm going to clean the brush now and I'm going to use the cerulean blue on its own and just find my way with the beard. Is there any bits that I think where the beard changes from light to dark, it can be kind of a bit more colourful maybe. So that might be where I locate the she was hammering at the door again. That's where I'm going to locate the cerulean blue bits. Any shadows as well, you know, just to kind of locate to give some sort of a value to parts that are in shadow a bit. I think I might need to stop there, mostly because I need to take Maisie for a walk. And I want to have a chat with her because she's gone a bit wild there now. She wouldn't normally be like that in the morning. She'd just sit quietly. And I know that there's temptation on the worktop inside too, and I'm kind of conscious that she might try and eat stuff off the worktop. So I'm a little bit distracted, which might make me work a bit more urgently and select things quickly. And I'm putting in some cerulean, not cerulean blue, but ultramarine blue in places to deepen the tone even more. For parts that need to be made a bit darker and even a bit duller, like I might put some cerulean, burnt sienna in with the ultramarine blue as we reach up for this. The sideburns there have bits that are, you know, a little bit darker again, and they would be the same as the darks that are in the eyebrows. Okay, she's probably trying to get into the living room. That's the sound I'm hearing. Okay, pièce now, the final move. I was going to say the pièce de résistance. To explain the edge, I'm using the Prussian blue again because it to me is different enough from the meridian that it might read as light on the edge of the turban there as it comes around and in. Excuse me. And for the knot there, which is in the light as well a bit. I'll just give a few little indications of what might be there. And that's it really. I mean, there's the shoulder coming out here, and then there's the shoulder coming out a little bit higher up here actually. So I could just lift out a little bit of that. I think sometimes like the gesture of the shoulder can be a very nice way to finish, like it's in order to identify really the gesture, the expression of the figure. And I'll just use a colour I've not used, so well, the quinacridine gold, because it reads as though the shoulders cardigan is like a yellow ochreish kind of a colour, I suppose. Just trying to find it where it would enter and exit the face, to locate the position of that shoulder there, and then where it would enter and exit the ear to get the bit that's going up this way. I mean, I could do a little bit more to that ear, couldn't I? And then I might as well let us know that this is where the shoulder finishes, and just finding the curve in the shoulder there by, again, following the line of the curve to see where it would cut through the spherical end of the nose. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to put a touch of quinacridine gold on the bigger brush and just let that work up in there, maybe even a bit there. I don't know how I did that actually. Try and find a clean bit. I don't think it needs it there. Okay, and I suppose there's more that could be done too, but really, that, I suppose that's indicating, like, I think it's reading well enough as a beard. And what's there? And it really is more painting what's around the beard and the shadows within it, as much as it is painting the beard itself. I'm going to put a little bit more cerulean blue into that, burnt sienna into that blue, because I feel like that's quite a dark shadow, and I think this needs to be made a bit darker on the other side of it. And I think there needs to be more of a depth of tone here. And I suppose the thing too is that you could head away and come back to it and see it more clearly. That's always a possibility. Especially if you've got a dog that you need to keep checking on. I'm going to reframe it as to being a handy thing, but I'm not wanting to draw on. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. Again, leaning back, I'm just noticing a bit of what am I noticing now? Yeah, there's a line down here. It's kind of underneath the crack in my phone. Lily's going to give me her old phone so that I don't have to tolerate this crack in my screen anymore. And maybe even like letting it blend in a little bit around the edge too, so that the edge is broken. And it's bright here, but not quite as bright over there, is it? So I can always do a little bit more merging of the tones on that side. And I guess that's maybe why too this feels a bit dark, because the dark to light there is it's pulling it forward. So I'll just take a bit of the sharpness out of that dark as it meets the white of the beard. And then the edge of the space around it can dissipate as well, so that the edge that we see is the edge of the beard rather than the edge of the shadow. And then cadmium red, cadmium orange, a tiny touch more light somewhere on the spherical end of the nose, like that, you know, something. And as you lay it on and leave it alone, it can dry into a bit of a shimmer sometimes, with any luck. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to you because I could go on forever here. That's what happened most recently. And thanks, Adele, for the suggestion to give a bit of work, give a bit of time to explaining, give a bit of time to explaining a beard. Just want to catch some of the drops, like that one. Okay. I'll see you this evening anyway, sure. I'll try and share this before then. Okay. All the very best. The heater is overheating the iPad. See ya.